Hello folks, this is Sheila E. from Tennessee, and I just wanted to put a quick video on here for one of my friends. She is interested in making an apple crisp crumble cake, so I'm going to show her an easy one. I sent her the recipe just for the crumble, so if you just want to put it over top of some cooked apples or fried apples, that's good too. So let me pull you up here just a little bit to where you can see what's going on. I've got a 9 by 13 dish that I just spread with some baker's joy, and I've got a cup of brown sugar. I've got some caramel sauce for afterwards. I didn't have a box of white or yellow cake mix on my pantry, but I did have this. This is perfectly moist French vanilla, so that's what I'm going to use. So to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to put these apples, and you can see I've had another disaster with the can opener. And this is just the off-brand name. You can get the Comstock or whatever, or you can fry or cook your own apples and put your own seasoning in it. This is just for people who got small kids or they work, because I try to work part-time, and I'm always trying to come up with something that's good but quick, and some shortcuts. So this has got some shortcuts. So we're going to show you how to do something really good, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream would be wonderful with this once it gets done. You can eat it hot or you can eat it cold. Alright, it's called Apple Crisp Crumble Cake using cake mix. And you're supposed to have a box of yellow cake mix or butter yellow cake mix or white cake mix. But I didn't have either one. So, you know how Sheila E. is, I do with what I have to do with. So, we've got 2 cans, and these are the 21 ounce cans. It's a pound and 5 ounces, look like 21 ounce cans, so I'm using 2, and they've already got their spices and stuff in them. You can always add more spices to them. What I do is I usually add just a little bit of apple pie spice. Now these are, whenever you make an apple stack cake, you probably want to cook your apples, but you know what, I made an apple stack cake using these one year, and I cooked them down a little bit more and mashed them, and it was delicious. I'm telling you, it was delicious. So let me put this away, and I work today, so you'll have to overlook me. I'm a little bit tired. There's an apple here that's got a little bad place in it. I'm going to cut that out. I don't want that in there. It's a little dark place. I'll show it to you. See right there? It's probably just a piece of the core. So I'm going to throw that away. Alright. So I'm going to lay this over here and rinse this serving stuff off my hands. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. I'm going to probably start out with a half a cup of water just out of your faucet. About a half a cup of water in with that pie filling. And stir that around a little bit. Like I said, cook your own apples that you cook would probably be a lot better. There's another apple with a piece of core in it, and I don't want that in my apple crisp. That little core. It's a little core is what it is. So I'll take that out. But like I said, fresh apples that you get and peel and you cut up and you cook and put your own seasoning in is a lot better. I think. You know, I don't know. This is pretty good right here. So I'm going to put just a little bit of my apple pie spice. You can put cinnamon if you don't have apple pie spice. I prefer using the apple pie spice because it just has so much more of the spices in it that enhances the flavor of the apples. So I'm going to put another half a cup of water. So that's going to be 1 cup of water and 2 cans of apple pie filling. Now this is apple pie filling, and we've got it sprayed with baker's joy in 9 by 13, and we've got some apple pie spice. I've got my oven preheated at 350, okay? So it's preheating at 350 because this is going to probably bake 4 I'm going to say maybe 30 to 35 minutes. I'll just have to watch it and show you. Okay, so now what we've got, I'm going to set this to the side. We have that bag of French vanilla cake mix. I'm going to put that right in here. And I'm going to put 1 cup of brown sugar that I've already got measured out into that cake mix. And I'm going to put at least 1 teaspoon or more of this apple pie spice. And you, like I said, you can use cinnamon. You'd use a cup of brown sugar, teaspoon of cinnamon. So now what you want to do, and I'm trying to get this mixed up, because I'm going to put a stick of butter in there, which would be a 1/2 cup of butter melted. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up just a little bit, and this is what makes your crumble. You see how quick this is coming together. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 1 stick or a 1/2 cup of butter. And if you need more butter, you can put more butter. Some people put cold butter and just crumble it up with some people have one of them things that you chop up flour with or dough with. I'm just using a spoon. Pull the sleeves up here. This is a box of French vanilla cake mix, 1 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of apple pie spice. And to be honest with you, I am going to taste a little bit of it just to make sure that I don't need any more cinnamon or apple pie spice. This is just people who work. I mean, this is going to be a very elegant dish with some ice cream. It don't take that long to put together. It don't take that long to bake. So let me taste of it, just a little tiny pinch of it. I don't taste a lot of cinnamon, so I'm going to put another teaspoon of apple pie spice. So that's going to be a tablespoon to 1 box of cake mix and 1 box of brown sugar and 1 stick of butter. And I think that will do it. And just like I said, this is just your crumble that goes on top of this. This is going to be called apple pie strudel, apple strudel crisp with cake mix. Apple strudel crisp using cake mix. So now I'm going to wash my hands off again. And once this gets baked, you can drizzle the squirt bottle caramel or caramel, ever how you say it, or you can use that thick. And I had that on the shelf. So what you do with this apple pie filling, 2 cans of apple pie filling, 1 cup of water, and just a little bit of apple pie spice, because it already has its spices in it. You just put this all over it. And you know, this crisp, this strudel is so good. I'm putting this on there for my friend Linda. So if you want to do one, if you've got a box of cake mix and some canned apples, or if you want to cook your apples and put your spices in it, you can. And then you just use your cake mix and put your butter and brown sugar and your cinnamon or your apple pie spice. That's all you got to do. So when I get this on here, I'm going to cut you off till I get it baked, and then I'll know exactly how long it takes to bake it, and I'll show you the finished product. All right, see that right there? Does that not look good? Look good, guys? All right, let me wash my hands. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. And it's on 325 preheat, and I'm going to set it for 30 minutes on the bottom rack. 30 minutes. All right, so we'll be back when it is ready, okay? And we'll see what that turns out with some caramel drizzled over it. And I'll see if I've got any ice cream. I may and I may not, but it'll be good with or without, okay? So we'll be back in just a few, okay? All right, folks, I'm back and I want to show you this Apple Strudel Crisp. I'm getting it out of the oven now. It's bubbling. I did at 25 minutes. I pulled it out and it wasn't good and brown, so I turned it on bake. 400 baked for 5 minutes, and I took some of this 0-calorie parquet and I just opened the lid and poured it over it, and that done the trick. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this cinnamon sugar. I'm gonna show you that again. That's parquet, 0 calories. Spray butter. So I'm just going to put a little of this cinnamon sugar on top. And then I heated some of that. Let me heat this back up again. It's already went back to its form. Take about 10 seconds, guys. But doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? Let me pull you back here where you can see. I was going to tell you I have 398 now viewers. I'd love to have 4. I've seen where we had a couple that was on and then they went off, so I don't know what was the deal with that. But I just took this caramel topping and I heated it in the microwave. So I don't want a whole lot, I just want to drizzle it. It ain't a drizzling too good, is it? Maybe I need a fork. Maybe a fork would do better to drizzle. What do you think? Now, like I said, you can do this with your own apples, cooked apples, if you prefer that. A lot of times here lately, I've been just doing it if it's a shortcut and it's just as good, I go with a shortcut. And if you like apples and strudel, this is Apple Strudel Crisp. And I will put the recipe on YouTube. We'll take a couple pictures of it before we cut in. My daughter's supposed to stop and get me some vanilla ice cream, guys. So let me show you that again. Get that little bit of caramel off there. This is still hot, but I want you to see it. See how it's bubbling inside? See there? Now, that is absolutely beautiful, and you know that's going to be absolutely delicious. And I've got another little recipe that I'm going to try to put on for you if I can. So, but if I can't, this is Sheila E. from Tennessee. Until we meet again, may the Lord be with you and keep you safe. Always smile, because smiles are contagious. Always give God glory, praise, and thanks, for He is worthy. And always share what we have. All right, till I see you again. Sheila E. from Tennessee.